Hello friends, and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John, and this is Timberborn. I've played on for literally a couple of days since the end of the last episode, so nothing much has happened. We have got our bot assembler in, although I am going to pause it for the moment. Just for a little while there. I've put in another builder's hut over here to help with the building, because we need help with the building, because our builders are doing quite a lot. We have nearly finished the floodgates over here, so can I get away with just putting steps down? Yeah, let's give it a go. We'll put steps down into there. That'll allow them access, and then we will start to demolish all of these. There we go. So that'll open that up, but we'll run it through the floodgate, obviously. We'll drop it for the moment because it doesn't need to be separated just yet. You are open, aren't you? And you are as well. That's fine. You should be flowing. I mean, I guess you're just still filling up. Yeah, there is some flow through there, that by the looks of it. That should be fine. Okay. What else is going on? We've got 4 injured beavers. We are still waiting for the explosives to put in the up here, so that we can start leveling this section and giving ourselves a bit more space to work with. We have no available beavers. We have 3 vacant spots. I'm sure that'll be fine. I'm wondering if it's worth now just replacing these, and it probably is. Now that that one has just popped, let's demolish it, and we'll do the same with the next one there. Yeah, and we'll risk putting in 2 more of those. We'll just pop up the priority on those as well, just to speed along that process. I've also put in some storage over here for cassavas, because we are now fermenting them up here. Probably be a good idea to put some storage up here for them. Yeah. Alright, well, let's do that. Let's put some storage in. So let's connect up there, and then steps up there, come across and into there, like so. We'll fill in all this spot, all these spots with paths, and then we'll pop in some storage there for fermented cassavas. There we go. Excellent stuff. Right. Yeah, I'm going to leave that off until our population has grown a little bit more, so we've got the beavers to work it, really. Oh, somebody mentioned that, or reminded me, rather, that if we take the planting off of here, then they will spread. As you can see, I have taken the planting orders off, and they are beginning to spread. So hopefully, assuming we don't get a lot of bad tide running through here by accident, this will just fill up with mangroves. Which means it's probably worth... Let's put some steps in there. A path in there. And then we can pop in a gatherer just there. And they'll be able to reach all of those, and we'll prioritise mangrove fruits for them as well. Which means we'll want some storage for mangrove fruits on this side, which we can place there. There we go. And you can store mangrove fruits. Excellent stuff. Right. It is the end of the day. I'm not doing anything over here just for the moment. We do need to sort of build up our population. We need to build up our resources a little bit. And I really want to get these explosives done. So, I will spin on for a couple of days, let them get things done, and then I'll be back. Day 6, we've leveled out our population, which is a start. I'm going to turn this on, so we can start getting some bots out. The first ones I want, really, I think, are going to be in the bad water pumps here. Everything else we're doing okay for, but that bad water, we're using it basically as quick as we're producing it. So we want to get that sorted out. So having bots in there will at least mean they'll pump bad water 24 hours. That will be a start. Yeah. Explosive-wise, yeah. It's taking a while to produce them. I'm wondering if it's worth putting in another explosives factory, honestly, but without the bad water, there's not a lot of point. Everything else is proceeding. All of this is done, as you can see. We've got... looks like the water is actually flowing back this way rather than flowing on that way. Am I okay with that? Let's bring that up as well. So it should... I mean, that's at 0, so it should go down all the way to here, which is at 0.8 as well. So, yeah. Should be okay, I think. I mean, we've got water flowing in from this side as well, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we should be fine. Okay. What next? Well, well-being was mentioned, and well-being is definitely something we should look at. Now we've got a whole bunch of science, it's probably worth doing that. So, what can we get? Swimming pool. We definitely want the swimming pool, but we want explosives for that as well. I suppose we could pop it on down here, couldn't we? That would work just fine. Yeah. All right, well, let's have a swimming pool. And we can pop you in just there. And we can have ourselves a decorative bush right next to it. So, oops. And my excellent camera control comes into focus once again. So yeah, we get our swimming pool in the edge, just there with the bush next to it. That should help their well-being a little bit. What else can we do? Exercise plaza doesn't take any power to run. Can take 13 visitors. Only 400 science. 50 planks, 50 logs, 10 metal, which we have plenty of. All of those. Yeah, alright. Where should we put this? Let's pop this. So unfortunately, I did want to pop it this side of the river for this lot, but if I put it down here, we've got plenty of space, don't we? Yeah, not really. Oh. Yeah, there we go. We'll pop that there. And again, we will give it... let's give it a couple of decorative bushes. Okay, that should help our well-being a little bit. Now that we've got swimming pools, obviously, we can start putting in hydration points here and there. Over here is a definite candidate. And obviously over here we'll need them because we want to be basically blocking the irrigation all the way along here. So we'll definitely want at least one. I mentioned in the comments to somebody on the last episode that I have a vague notion of popping in a fluid dump over here. Once we've lowered this. Putting in a fluid dump over here and using this as a freshwater lake. Because that means we won't need as many swimming pool hydration points. Because that will give a little bit of hydration. Maybe up to about sort of here. Which will be a start. It'll be something at least. Okay, right. I will continue to spin on, I think. Are these going to get built? Oh, they're bringing stuff over. Yeah, alright. That extra builder's hut is definitely helping, I think. So we'll spin on then. Okay, halfway through day 8, then we have our first bot produced. Quite where they are, I'm not sure. But they're around somewhere. So, let's have this one. 800 science, Yep. Ironbot 1, you are working in there. Okay, Ironbot 2 is being produced. We are 10% through. That's fine. Hopefully that should increase our supply of bad water, which means increasing our supply of explosives, which means getting this done a little bit more quickly. In theory. Okay. Okay. Right, our exercise plaza is in, and as you can see... Whoops. Come on, John. Come on. There we go. It is being used. It is moderately popular. We don't have many unemployed beavers, so they're only really using it at the end of the day for the most part. Our swimming pool is in. Likewise, it gets mostly used at the end of the day. Yeah, that's where we are. Population-wise, we have 3 unemployed. That's good. Our unemployed beavers are increasing. That's what we want to see. How many injuries have we got at the moment? 4. That's not... I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible. Over here, these barriers are gone. So this is all flowing freely. I think I've already mentioned that. Yeah, so that's where we are. I mean, we really just want more bots produced, more explosives produced, all of that, don't we? Let's prioritise that for the haulers and speed things up a little bit. Not that it's going to make a lot of difference because they don't have far to go to drop the bad water off. Right, how are we doing? Food-wise, nearly 2,000 food. We've got lots of fermented cassavas. We are getting some mangrove fruits in now, which is good. We've got lots of kohlrabi. We've got a fair amount of fermented soybeans. And we've got enough berries to be going along with. We're not really eating them. We're just using them for breeding, really. These breeding pods take berries and extract. So we do still have a... Do we have a berry collector? I don't see that we do. Oh, no, there we are. There we are. There's our gatherer for berries. That's fine. Yeah, concentrate on berries. You can't reach anything else. So that's fine. Okay. How are we doing? All right. Do we want some more well-being? Well, what's next? A wind tunnel takes power. The motivatorium also takes power. Mud bath needs mud. So there's not a lot else we can put in for the moment. There's going to be a lot of use. Okay. Let's spin on. We'll get some more bots produced. We'll get as much of these explosives laid in as possible. And we're probably some way off of the drought or bad tide for the moment, but we'll come back at the start. Okay, I am, obviously, an idiot. Because I haven't put in a charging station for our bots. I should have left those spaces open, shouldn't I? Alright, how are we going to do this? Alright, let's get ourselves... No, that's not going to work either. Okay, well, we're just going to have to... Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. Alright, okay, no, we can do this. We can do this. I will... bring that path out along there. And I will delete that path there and that bit of path there. Then we can get ourselves a charging station and pop it in there. And let's get this built pretty quickly. When's our next bot due? Oh, a few days. Okay, well, we've got a charging station. We might as well pop in a second one. We've got the power on here at the moment anyway. We've got a couple of hundred spare horsepower on there, so that's fine. That'll easily take the charging stations. But it means we've halved our production of bad water just until that's done. Clever me. So we'll pop that back onto normal bot worker for now. Normal beaver worker for now. This is going well, isn't it? Okay, we're on day 12. Just started day 12. Still no drought or bad tide warning. I've put in a second explosives factory up here to speed things along a little bit. We are building up a stock of bad water now. We have bots in both of these bad water pumps, so that's good. I'm building a bit of an extension to our platform up here, just so we've actually got a bit more workable space up here. And I'm going to put in another gear factory once we've got the space up here, probably in here. Probably be the most sensible place for it. Just in there. Although I could put it in there, couldn't I? Maybe. No, I think I'll put it in there. Yeah, we'll put it in there. Because obviously we're running low on gears again because we're now using them quite a lot. So, that's where we are at the moment. In terms of explosives, we are getting there. We've just got this last little bit to do here, and hopefully that will speed up now that we've doubled our production. Everything else is going okay. I haven't put in any more leisure stuff or anything like that at the moment. I'm thinking about where the best place to start with that is, and it's probably going to be over here once we open up the new district. We've currently got 4 unemployed beavers, which obviously isn't enough for a new district, but we'll do what we can. In terms of getting water for this new district, that is going to be an issue, because obviously all of this is going to be bad water during the bad tides. So we'll need to have a good stock of water, as well as water being supplied, presumably. Yeah. I suppose the option is, for the bad tide, we could close these off and just rely on the bad water being fed out sort of either side there. I suppose we could widen this a little, and we'd need to widen it all the way down, really. This is a choke point. This is a choke point. That's a choke point. Yeah. We'd need to come down here with explosives and just widen all of this, really. We could try it. That way, if we put the district gate in right down here, we could, in theory, if we cut this path off and connect it up this side of the district crossing, we could put in water pumps down here and use this section here as a larger reservoir. That's worth trying. Definitely worth trying. Okay, so yeah, next time we have even if we haven't set up the new district at that point, we'll give that a go. We'll during the bad tide we'll close off this section as well, rather than using that as another drain point. We'll close all this off and keep this as part of this section. See if that leaves enough flow there and there to get rid of the bad tide without it flooding everywhere. Okay, we're nearly... Well, not nearly, but we're doing well in getting through this ruin here, which is opening up a nice little spot. Again, that's going to be contaminated by bad water. So we might want to come along with irrigation barriers all along here as well. Yeah, that's where we are. That's what's happening. I'm not going to do anything excessive for the moment, like put in any new buildings, other than the ones we're already building. I'm just going to let it play on till the start of whether it's a drought or a bad tide, and we'll see what we're doing at that point, and then we'll probably look at getting this new district set up. Okay, day 16, we've got 1 day until the bad tide arrives, and our explosives are just going in now. There's that one there. We've got just waiting for a builder on this one now, so we'll be able to set those off momentarily. Over here, I'm putting in a little bit of an additional extension, and I'm going to start putting in additional bot part factories. I have switched this one over to bot production, not bot production, but bot operation. Again, hopefully this is going to start reducing our injury rate. We've got our gear factory in, we've got a explosives factory here. Yeah, we're doing okay. I need to switch this one over to bot operation as well once we have a new bot to do it. Currently, we've only got one injured beaver, so that's nice. How are we doing? Okay, our explosives are in. Let's set these off from a couple of different directions, shall we? There we go. Not bad. And that's pretty much all hydrated there. We just need to come in here and drop this little nugget down here. Should be easy enough. We should be able to reach most of it. There we go. And then once they're set in, we can put in the last few bits there. Good, 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 good. Right, I think that means immediately we should just expand our oak planting a little bit there. That's a start, isn't it? Okay. How are we doing? In terms of bad water, we now have plenty, which is nice. How far off are we on our new bot? Oh, ages away. Ages away on our new bot. That's going to be a couple of days into the bad tide there. Right. When the bad tide arrives, what I'm going to do is I am going to separate this section from the main flow. We'll see how that goes. If it doesn't work, obviously we'll have to think of an alternative, but we'll give that a go, see if we can divert the bad water just down the two exit channels there and see if that's okay. Because that way that leaves us access to this lagoon of fresh water for the district that we're going to be setting up over here. Yeah. So yeah, we have blitzed through our science points somewhat. It cost 5,000 of them to switch the bot part factory over to bot operation. So that was a big hit. What I think we should do is put in a monument, because we haven't got any yet. And I think a nice place to put that, we'll start with the labourer's monument, obviously, because it only costs logs. 200, we have 800. And I think putting that in there would be a good little place, because that covers all of that housing there. Yeah. Is moving it back going to make any difference? Not really. No, we'll pop it in there. That's fine. That'll cover all of that housing. Okay. Right, I'll spin on to the start of the bad tide then. There we are, the dreaded bad tide, and it's going to be 5 days. That's the longest one we've faced so far, but we should be okay. We should have no problems as long as our drainage system is up to the task. I've got these set full open. Everything else is closed. That's full open. This is full open. So, in theory, everything should be able to drain. We'll see. We do have a little bit of flooding there, which is unfortunate, but it is dropping back. I mean, the last thing we want is a whole load of bad water coming through here, because that will kill off all of our mangroves, which would be annoying. We'd have to replant them. But it looks like we're okay. There doesn't appear to be any flooding. Everything seems to be flowing pretty freely. Well, I guess we'll see. This will be a real test down here to see if the bad water in here is enough to encroach past the floodgate and around into this section. It might be. It might be. And then we're going to have to rethink what we do down here. But, I mean, 5 days, this isn't flowing, so this might actually not become too contaminated over that 5-day period. We'll have to see. It is draining out, so if that flow is enough to draw enough, well, we'll see. We'll see. We will see. Right. I've expanded a little bit down here and put in some more housing, because we have quite a few unemployed beavers now, which is great, because that means we can start thinking about spreading out into a new district. It's definitely going to be over here. Our district gate, I think, is probably going to be down here. So let's set up by clearing out a little bit of those bushes there. Okay, how are we doing? Again, everything's flowing. Nothing seems to be causing us a problem. No, I think we're all right. Okay. Good, good, good. Yeah, I think we're all right. Good. Right, so our explosives are laid in over here, so let's set those off. Thank you, Autosave. Your timing is impeccable, as always. And we'll lay in the last few bits there, just to flatten this out as well. Okay, so that's pretty good. That's squared that off quite nicely. We've got some space here that we can use. We've got a bit more space up here that we can use. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. It's probably not a bad idea to put in a path along here as well, is it? Yeah. Don't know where the best place for that's going to be. Probably down here. So, coming alongside there. Whoops. Putting some steps in there and just bring that path down alongside there. That'll do. That's good. Right. We'll get rid of that path there. We don't need it. Probably don't need this path here either, so we can get rid of that. Probably need to put that path back in. There we go. Okay, how are we doing there? A few more logs to get there, but that's good. Right. I will spin on through the bad tide then. Hopefully, as I say, things will not turn drastically awful. But if they do, we'll cope with it. Day 20. We got just under 2 days left of the bad tide. Everything's going okay. We're not getting any contamination from the bad tide there into our water supply at least. So that's okay. Over here I've put in a woodcutter up here, but I'm keeping it paused for the moment. I'm putting in a large water tank there. Oh, a medium water tank there rather. I have put in 2 water pumps down here. And I'm putting in an additional storage tank there as well. This is going to all be for the new district. So as soon as we set it up, we'll cut off this path and put in some steps. In fact, let's do that now. We'll put in the steps down like so. There we go. And then we'll get rid of this path once the district gate goes in, which I think we can put in there. Yeah, it will sit right in there perfectly. Okay, so that's basically just setting up for this district at the moment. We'll want some other storage for things like food. And we'll want some housing up here as well. I think we'll put the housing at the back here. We'll start with Sleep 16. Let's get a large barrack in at the back there. And we'll bring the path... Oops, that's probably too far. Yep. Bring the path up like that. And then we'll probably put the district centre in here once we're ready to go. We want to get this set up first. And then what we'll also want to do is put in a water swimming pool thing to try and hydrate some of this. And then, of course, we're going to need to start spreading the irrigation barriers all the way along there. So we've got some work to do. We are going to have some space to farm. So that'll be okay. Over here, this section here is a bit of a chokehold. So I've put in some explosives. We'll, thank you, autosave. Get rid of the steps there and detonate those. Let's get a close-up view. There we go. So that's hopefully, yeah, that's slowed the flow down there, so that's a bit easier for it to pass through that section. I've also set up some explosives here to kind of open up this entryway a little bit. So hopefully that should let it drain a little faster. Not that we really need it, but it's just going to be a bit more helpful later on. I probably want to come down and open this up a little bit as well, but we'll leave it for now. Okay, we've set up the second explosives factory to be operated by bots as well. We have not very long at all before our next bot comes out, and I think... Honestly, I think what I'm going to do... Yeah. I'm going to put in a second bot part factory. You are currently making heads. How are we doing? We've got 6 heads, 9 torso, 23 limbs. That's fine. Well, you can start making chassis, please. Yeah, and then I'm going to put in the next one here. Back to back on with that one. And that's going to be for the limbs. We are almost certainly going to need more power. So, just to keep on top of that, let's stick in another engine around the back. There we go. And I'll leave this free in case we need to bring the power up this way. Okay. That's where we are. That's how we're doing. Water-wise, we're fine. Food-wise, we're fine. I'll spin on. There we go. The bad tide is over. And the water has returned. And everything is fine. Still got plenty of food. Still got plenty of water. As expected. This is a cakewalk, really, isn't it? We didn't get any flooding there, so that's good. That means that this little section here is absolutely fine to pump water from. For this district. We've got our housing in. I've paused it because we don't really want any beavers living over here anyway. We do have our spare bot. I don't think our bot part factory is quite finished yet. No, we are just waiting for a builder. Okay, and we'll set you over straight away to bot manufacturing. That will be good. We do have an unemployed bot, so all good. Right, we do have plenty of bad water now, which is nice. So that will hopefully keep things going during a drought, at least for most of the drought. We'll see. What was that? That's nearly 600 bad water stored up. So that should keep us going for a couple of days at least. Yeah. Okay. Over here, as you can see, the bad water did reach up here, but it hasn't crept through to contaminate our crops here. So that is great. We can probably do the same. In fact, this level isn't particularly contaminated. We'll have to see about that. Oh, it looks like the contamination is disappearing because the bad water is becoming diluted. Okay, that's fine. Right. I'll wait until the bad water's cleared out, and then I'll obviously set the floodgates up. But I think we'll leave it there for this episode. We're doing all right. We've got ourselves... Whoops. Our first monument in, the Labour Monument, providing ore all over the place, which is lovely. It does catch... where are we? Those 2 medical beds there. So that's not too bad. We do get some additional, not just to the housing, we do get some additional bonus for it there. Yes, we need to think about what we're going to do with the rest of it. I mean, growing food, we certainly don't need more kohlrabis. You know, we are replete with kohlrabis. There's no problem with those at all. Coffee beans we're fine for. Our storage is full for coffee, so we don't really need to worry about that. Yeah, maybe... I mean, no, not really. I suppose looking at corn and eggplants would be the next food stuff to worry about. But that means we would need the food factory. I suppose we could use hydroponics over here, couldn't we? That wouldn't be a terrible idea. I mean, they're slow to produce food. What would we need? 120 horsepower. That's not a problem. We could just stick an engine over here. All right, well, we'll think about that. Yeah. All right, well, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you to everyone who is commenting. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for reminding me of things that I've forgotten. Thank you for mentioning things that I haven't considered. Very, very useful, all of it. Thank you very, very much. So please do give us a like and a subscribe. Again, really helps the channel out. And please join us next time. That's the most important bit. Until then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And bye-bye.